I was very excited about the new Mortal Kombat movie and I wanted to see it. But now I'm having second thoughts because apparently the people who made the movie hate me. They actually hate me. Even though they never met me, they hate me because of the color of my skin. So why would I harm them with my hard-earned money? Why would I give them money from a person that they hate? How can they sleep at night knowing that an evil person such as myself, who happens to be born wrong, is now giving them money? So you're going to understand what I'm talking about as soon as I explain to you the controversy. You see, a character that's a fan favorite, Johnny Cage, isn't going to appear in the movie. So a lot of people were wondering why. Why is that the case? Now, I kind of suspect why it is. You see, Johnny Cage is actually a very complex character, especially for a fighting game, a genre that doesn't really renown itself from being lore heavy. But Johnny Cage managed to be complex even by its visuals, okay? Like what type of person tattoos his own name on his chest? Another douchebag, that's who. Like a person that's a complete asshole, which Johnny Cage kinda is. He is incredibly full of himself. He's got a big ego. He's misogynistic. He is literally the type of person that you don't really want to be around. When he enters the room, his ego kicks you out. But despite all this, despite the way Johnny Cage behaves himself, he's actually a good person. And he's a good person not in the way he talks, but through the actions which he does. One of the things that Johnny Cage has as a positive is that he does his own stunts, meaning that he takes pride in his work. He actually does try to put his life at risk in order to improve his performance, to go beyond what is required so that he can be a good actor. And then as the story progresses, you find out that he actually puts his own life at the line in order to protect other people. And as the story goes, he eventually manages to become a hero. Again, he's still a douchebag. Like everything that he says is cringy and is bad, but his behavior, the way he acts, shows that this is a hero. And the problem is that in today's society, this is haram. You see, in today's society, it is more important how a person speaks and what they articulate rather than how they behave themselves. Unfortunately, Western morality today considers that a person who does the correct actions, a person that even saves the world, is still a bad person if they say bad things. So if they say sexist jokes or if they're being a douchebag, all of their actions are being cancelled simply because of how they speak. Alternatively, a person that commits the worst actions and is a total douchebag through the actions that he commits, but speaks the correct speech, manages to articulate himself very nice, that is a person to be uplifted. That is a good person. It is quite sad that we put more value on words than on actions, but this is the current society. So I wasn't really surprised when Johnny Cage was being cut off from the movie. Because you see, in the previous game, they still had Johnny Cage. They decided not to have him on as a hero, but there were a couple of funny elements because he is, at the end of the day, a comedy relief character. And some of the funny elements had to do with him from the past meeting him from the future. And Johnny Cage from the future was lecturing the Johnny Cage from the past about consent and about how to speak properly. It was like a funny gag at the end of the day, but it does show that there is a growth there. It is a interesting character arc because the Johnny Cage of the future, he actually gets married, he manages to start a family, and he's very loyal to his wife and daughter. So he is actually a grown character. But unfortunately, he's not going to be in the movie. And as I mentioned, like a lot of people asked why. Now, initially, I thought that the reason was because, well, he's not progressive enough for the big screen, you see. Is being a problematic character that you can't have in a movie where people rip each other's heads and do violence against women and all that good stuff that happens in Mortal Kombat. I mean, we can show gore and blood and ultra violence, but we need to draw a line at sexist jokes, so we can't have Johnny Cage. But apparently that's not the only reason why Johnny Cage is not going to be in Mortal Kombat. You see, there is an interview with one of the developers. And this is actually a question that's being asked. And the reason Johnny Cage is not in the movie is because the developer feels like if I was getting to make a movie with a diverse cast, it felt weird to have a white actor, literally Johnny Cage, be the hero of the story. I suppose, I was unaware that white people are not allowed to be heroes anymore in movies. This is very interesting. So I suppose we're in a box and we're only allowed to be villains, right? Heaven forbid. Like I was overstepping my boundaries now. I mean, a white person, a hero in 2020. Ugh. I wonder if the developer had to wash his mouth after saying white person. I mean, it comes out like, oh, these people are becoming unhinged. It's completely bizarre how they are thinking. So let me get this straight, all right? White developer Tobias Boone, right, makes the game, story made by white people, all right, gives you the license to a movie which you want to market to a white audience. Are white people still allowed to go visit the movie? Because I don't even know. Like maybe they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, it's not for you. But for some reason, you view that white people can't be heroes. Now, I thought it's Mortal Kombat, right? And the hero is Liu Kang. I mean, that used to be from the first game, which was very popular. Liu Kang is, I believe, from Tibet, if I'm not mistaken, right? But anyway, he's Asian. No one had a problem with it. Like, it's not, no one cares. I wouldn't care if you didn't bring it up. Like, that's why I care. Like, you're bringing it up now and you're making it personal. Like, why should I give you money if you think that I'm a villain? Like, even in fiction, it's like, oh, this place in fiction is not allowed. Like, if I make a movie about World War II, should I make the Japanese win because it shows diversity? Like, you don't want any of the evil white people to win, right? You don't want the Russians, the Americans, the UK. No, Japan, the glory of Nippon. Is that... Isn't it tiresome at this point? Like, why can't we just have someone normal? Just a normal person for once making a movie. Like, why can't you be normal? Please be normal. Like, if you want a product to be bought by various people, why do you have to say this disgusting filth? Why do you need to say this shit? Does it make your pee-pee grow big? You make your pee-pee grow big, it's like, oh yes, we can't have any Caucasians as the heroes. Why you do this? You didn't need to say it, like you can just believe it. You can just believe it. You don't need to exteriorize it. Like, why do you say it? Huh? Like, do you get congratulations by your peers? It's like, oh yes, you told them. You told the white man. Excellent. And apparently, like, this also has to do with Black Lives Matter. So let me get this straight. I mean, important movement, I understand, okay? Like, police brutality in the United States, serious issue. What the fuck does this have to do with Mortal Kombat? Like, you're making entertainment, all right? Like, don't you think you're stepping above your station? I mean, actual people suffering in real life versus you, jokester, who's making a movie. You're like, oh, I'm actually helping the plight of the United States citizens. Yeah. Sure you are. Absolutely. Oh my fucking God. Like, these people are insane. Like at the beginning, I didn't even care about Johnny Cage that much. I was like, okay, it's 2021. We can't have this type of heroes anymore. It's okay. I got anime. South Korea still makes good movies. I don't need you. But now you're making it personal, because now it's like, oh, I can't even imagine in fiction a Caucasian being the hero. What is wrong with these people? Huh? Upsetting. What can I say? Disappointed. Very disappointed. And I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to see the new Mortal Kombat. I wanted to see it, make a review. You know what? I think I can live. It's just entertainment at the end of the day. And I can live without it. I mean, I know all entertainment is woke at this point in time. I know. But at least some of these people are just racist and shut the fuck up. They don't exteriorize it. But when you're going to make it so personal, when you're going to say something so disgusting, so disturbing, then I'm not going to give you my money. Let everyone else pay for this movie. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very successful. Extremely successful. Everyone is going to go see it, not me. So at the end of the day, it shouldn't even matter, right? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.